I think it should be working out, possibly. Hello. Um, I personally don't really want to make like a huge deal out of this. I just want to do this, be done with it, because as I was going to start doing this, and I haven't done it for like possibly 2 seasons, and just jump into this, be done with it, and that's all. Before one of the things I just want to point out or want to mention to be more exact is that this is going to be basically my own opinions of what I'm going to exactly going to be watching. And if you guys want to hop in or join or anything, then you guys are more than welcome. I personally would love to hear your opinions about this because there's some animes that I may say that I may enjoy, I may like, while others you may like or dislike. So yeah. Anyways, the point being, starting with Sword Art Online Alicization. I can't pronounce that. Um, I have seen season one and season two. To be honest, season one was okay. Season two was pretty much the same thing. At least in my opinion. I think it's Mother Rosary, Rosary arc was possibly the best out of the four arcs that was presented on Sword Art Online within the first 2 seasons. So yeah. Anyways, starting with the description is the third season. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Underworld, the world that could outstrip even Sao. Residents are NPCs who are just like humans. Kirito wanders into a cave lost in underground. He and his new friends struggle to escape as they unravel the secrets of this new virtual world. I have seen some trailers of it, and it doesn't seem that bad. Um, like I can't really say it's going to be good or bad, because if I'm not mistaken, at least on the general idea of the story, um, just going to be focusing in possibly a younger Kirito, if I'm not mistaken. Like I haven't read that light novels, because from what I've heard is that they basically restarted the light novels. So yeah, I'm not really going. I may going to watch it at least for like at least 3 to 4 episodes and see if I like it. If I not, if I didn't like, if I don't like it, then I don't like it. Simple as that. Fairy Tail. I haven't seen Fairy Tail. I never seen Fairy Tail. Well, I'm planning to make the acclamation that I never seen it because I have seen some Fairy Tail episodes. It's just not really my cup of tea. Like I just can't really get hooked into it. I watch a couple episodes, and I'm not planning to say that it's bad, but it's not really my personal taste. Tora Majutsu no Index third. This is basically the third season of Index. I have seen season one and season two, but I haven't finished season two, so I may have to finish season two so I can jump into season three. To be honest, it's one of my I want to say it's one of my personal favorites because it's kind of is interesting at least on the plot. I really enjoy how the author of the creator of the story creates this universe, if you want to put it that way. So it's a really enjoyable story. So I'm definitely going to cut up to season two and jump into season three. Tokyo Ghoul Re 2. Basically, the second part of Tokyo Ghoul Re. I mean, it's not really a I'm not going to have like really high expectations on this one because I technically ended up dropping the first part because it wasn't like something that I was enjoying. I may hop back into it and see if I like it or not, but it's a maybe. But I have to catch up from the first or the first half of the season and then jump into the second season or re or second part if you get me. Goblin Slayer. To be honest, I haven't read the manga for this one, and I'm kind of biased. Uh, I'll probably leave my opinion after the description. A young priestess has formed her first adventuring party, but almost immediately they find themselves in distress. It's the Goblin Slayer who comes to the rescue, a man who's dedicated his life to the extermination of all goblins to by any means necessary against rumors of his feats being to circulate. There is no telling who might come calling next. I haven't read the manga for this one. To be honest, I kind of want to say it's kind of like, in a way, it's basically a seinen. For those of you who doesn't know, this story is basically a seinen. It has, I kind of want to say, it has a lot of rape references because goblins is like they is seen as the creatures or demi-humans, if you want to put it that way, that are always doing those sort of things, and basically, and it's quite interesting, but sometimes it's not because it feels like at least the main protagonist has a huge plot armor involving the female cast, except for one female cast, which may or may not be introduced later on in the story. This one is being made by White Fox. To be honest, I don't want to have high expectations because, to be honest, even for me, Goblin Slayer is something. It's like hard to explain without jumping into place that shouldn't be jumping to. But yeah, I'm going to check it out because I mean I'm reading the manga, so why not? I mean it's quite enjoyable if you remove all the sexual references here and there. That's my personal opinion. Anyways, so I'm definitely going to watch Goblin Slayer just for the heck of it because I'm reading the manga. Anyways, Jojo no Kimyu no Bokun Ogu Ogon no Kase, Dave Productions. If I'm not mistaken, Dave Production has been the main production company that have developed all the JoJo's stories. Don't quote me on that, but I believe. Anyways, the fifth story arc in the manga series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It stars Yorno Yubana. Yorno is determined to rise to the top and of organized crime and become a head gangster in order to help people make the world a better place. So he joins Passionate, an organized crime group that employs many stand users. I never seen JoJo. My friend has read the manga of JoJo. She may have seen the anime, but I never seen it. So I'm not planning to have. I'm not planning to basically watch through the four story arcs of JoJo just to get into this one. Like I not really interested in JoJo, and I'm not really interested in JoJo. So yeah. Anyways, Tensei Shitara Slime Data Ken. And I'm also reading the manga for this one, and I'm just gonna let my thoughts at the end of the story. Lonely 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is stuck in a dead-end job, unhappy with his mundane life. But after dying at the hands of a rover, he awakens to a fresh start in a fantasy realm as a slime monster. As he assimilates to his goopy new existence, his, his exploits with the other monsters set off a chains of events that will change his new world forever. So the reason this one is being done by 8-bit. I don't know. I don't think I've seen any 8-bit animes. Uh, anyways, just give me a quick explanation. This anime is basically, instead of being focused on oh, so they made those. I'm sorry. So they have a interesting cast. Come Lucifer. Anyways, continue with this. I personally like the story because it's not really being focused on the pro on the sorry brain fart on the main character. It's basically this ball, like it's basically involved around his country. It's its own little world, explaining how what's going on, how they're developing a city, and all that kind of stuff. And it's really really interesting. And you're listening from a guy who reads a lot of isekais manga. To be to be honest, this one has to be that one that I definitely would recommend if you're kind of basically tired of the same protagonist who reincarnates and is like super OP. I mean, this one is going to be super OP at some point, but is the story is not really focused on him. It's basically focused on a lot of characters, and that's what I like about the story. So yeah, at least in my opinion, check the anime out. It's a really really great story, and I can stop saying go watch it, or at least give it a go in the manga and see if you like it, because or the light novel, but probably say the manga, because I mean that's pretty much most of the people I have met or talk about it have read. Anyways, it's not real. Now that I think about it, none of these ones have. Oh, wait, never mind. I was gonna say none of these animes have a specific amount of episodes set up, so I can possibly assume it's like between 12 to 24. This Summer Online is going to be most likely 24. Possibly they're going to be covering like 2 arcs, like the other previous seasons. Fairy Tail, I have no fucking clue. Oh, the girl is going to be 12 episodes. Smart. Uh, Torama Jutsu no Index, possibly 24. I don't really want to say it's going to be 12 episodes, because I mean, I personally don't really see it possible. But it also depends on how much material is left on the line novels, which I personally haven't read. So yeah, and I don't think I have read the manga for it. If there's one, I think there's one. For Goblin Slayer, I can definitely see this as a 12 episodes. Mm, at least in my opinion, I can't really see more than 12 episodes. JoJo's, no clue. Um, 10 Slime that again is basically going to be a 12 episodes at least. Anyways, continuing. Jigate Kimi ni Naru. Yu has always loved shoujo manga, and awaits the day she gets a love confession that sends her heart aflutter with bubbles and blushes, and yet, when a junior high classmate confesses his feelings to her, she feels nothing. Disappointed and confused, Yu enters high school still unsure how to respond. That's when Yu sees the beautiful student council president Nanami turn down the suitor with such maturity that she seems prepared to ask for help when the text so to show you romance the final begin. Um, Sorry, I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting like citrus vibe. I could be mistaken. To be honest, citrus is it's a little bit edgy though. Like it's not bad, but it's just like something I personally wouldn't possibly read, to be honest. Because like from what I've heard, it's like it has a lot of rapey references. Like I'm not saying that I'm against that. I mean, in the universe of called Hen Thai, I can probably see that happening, and I mean that's possibly made up like that. But I show you, like I never never read a shit before, so it's kind of confusing about that. So yeah, that door though. Anyways, continue with this. It doesn't really say how many episodes are available yet. The next one is SSSS Green Man or Grit Man. That's kind of interesting. Trigger. I mean, after basically seeing Darling the Franks, I think this one may be at least somewhat good. I mean, it's an original, so I don't really want to say I have high expectations, but sometimes I don't. Collaborations with Suburaya. Yuta Hibiki awakens with amnesia and the ability to see things that others cannot. He first encounters a great man in the reflection of his friends. Person tells him to remember his calling, but Yuta doesn't understand what this means. Later in the distance, he sees an extremely large monster, but it doesn't move. It's only when Yuta gets to school that Yu's sighting makes sense. A monster attacks, and the hero Yuta saw in the computer screen pulls him within the computer and transforms Yuta into a giant hero named Grid Man. uh, I feel like my voice just got like quiet right there. I don't know, like I don't know what to say. Like it has uh, like that sense of feeling that comes from this is sad. Anyways, it gives a sense of feeling that's coming from an anime or a classic anime. No, it wasn't an anime. There was a cartoon about it. I forgot the name of it, but it was like a huge like metal robot with like a really young kid who called him Thought, who was the young kid called the giant robot thing. I think that was the name of it. I can't remember properly. Anyways, it kind of reminds that except because the protagonist is not really getting into a huge metal robot. He is basically turning into the giant metal robot. So it's kind of like kind of interesting, at least in my opinion. Anyways, continuing. From what I can see, possibly 12 episodes. I don't really want to say there's going to be 24, but that's a possibility. Anyways, in Nagasaki, wait, my bad. Irosuku Sekai no Ashita Kara PA Works. In Nagasaki, a descendant of maids, 17-year-old Hitomi lost her sense of color at a young age and grew up lacking emotions. Her grandmother, Kohaku, a great mage, sends Hitomi to the past to the year 2018. Haha. There she spends time with a 17-year-old Kohaku and friends from club activities. Interesting. This is also an original from PA Works. I don't really want to say I have high expectations for this one, but at least it has intrigued my interest. It has piqued my interest, and I may watch it. I think it's going to be like at least 12-ish episodes, possibly 24, but I don't know. And to be honest, it looks like a really nice quality. I've seen the trailer and it doesn't look that bad. Like possibly comparing to all the previous animes that I have seen so far or read the description so far, possibly this one may look the most astonishing one out of all of them so far. Anyways, continuing with this. Seishun Buddha Yaru wa Bunigar Senpai no Yume wo Inai. I don't know how to say that in English though. I feel bad. Clever work. There's a rumor about a mysterious phenomenon called puberty syndrome. For example, Sakuta. Sorry, I just got a brain for it. There's a rumor about mysterious phenomenon called puberty syndrome. For example, Sakuta Asagawa is a high school student who suddenly sees a bunny girl appear in front of him. The girl is actually a girl named Mei Sakurajima, who is Sakuta's upperclassmate, who is also a famous actress who has gone on hiatus from the entertainment industry. For some reason, the people around Mei cannot see her bunny girl figure. Sakuta sets out to solve this mystery, and as he spends time with Mei, he learns her secret feelings. Other heroines who have puberty syndromes start to appear in front of Sakura. I have read the manga for this one. I feel bad about it. Like I'm saying, I have read the manga for this one. I have read the manga for that one, and some of them are quite good. Some of them are quite bad. Like I think that's possibly the last um anime that I have read the manga from. At least for this season, possibly. So yeah, I wait. What? Never mind. Yeah, that's basically the only three animes I have read the manga from. Maybe this one too, but to be honest, I don't think so. Like I will certainly remember, at least manga wise. Anyways, and this was actually kind of interesting because the puberty syndrome is something that has never seen in any manga. Well, at least it's kind of like a disease, quote unquote, but it's not really a disease. Um, but it's like a really interesting concept, at least on the plot wise, that I personally haven't seen so far, at least on mangas or animes or stuff. Anyways, I believe this one's going to be 12 episodes hands down. Um, I could be mistaken on this one, but sorry about that. I strongly believe this one's going to be 12 episodes. No more than that. Kishi, Kishuko Gaku no Juliet. Grigio, Grigio, sorry. Grigio Academy Boarding School. The students that attend this school comes from two countries and resides in their own dormitories. Inazuka and Persia are leaders of rival dorms, but in secret they love each other. Now they have to keep their relationship a secret from their dormmates or else bad things will happen to them. This is coming from a manga which I've seen the cover but I have never read. It has never come my attention and it's coming from Lighting Films. Huh? I'm sorry about that. I have never read the manga. I've seen the cover of it but never read it. Um at least in my opinion this one is basically like kind of like an asterisk wars kind of thing mixed with Romeo and Juliet. Because I mean, you have two countries, and basically they're basically fighting. They're basically rival dorms, and I could be mistaken on this, but I believe it's kind of like the fight to death. I could possibly be mistaken. I haven't read the manga, but based on the description of it, it kind of gives me that idea. And the Romeo and Juliet kind of vibe that I'm getting is uh, basically the two countries, and Inazuka and Persia, and also the Juliet name is like a strong giveaway on what kind of story it's going to be. The problem with this one, I feel like it's going to be kind of like a harem based on the cover image of the story. So yeah, you know what? Since there's no one in the chat, I think I'm just going to do this. That's even better. So yeah, I strongly have the feeling that this one's going to be a Romeo and Juliet kind of story. Except hopefully there's not suicide at the end of the story, because it will be kind of depressing. Like just build like an entire universe, as an entire story just for the main protagonist to die. Classic Romeo and Juliet. Anyways, I believe that one is going to be at 12 episodes, or most like almost every single show this season, except for this one, possibly JoJo and Fairy Tail. The next one is Orega Suki Nano wa Imoto Takeda Imoto Janai. The I've been Studio NAS. I don't think I've heard Studio NAS. The Acro siblings romantic comedy series centered around the younger sister Suzuka Nagami and the older brother Yu Nagami. Suzuka is a beautiful third-year middle scholar student who has excellent grades and is student council president. She wrote a novel about a little sister who dotes on her older brother, and the novel wins a light novel award. After they discuss the matter, Yu is the one who debuted as a proxy light novel author instead of Suzuka, under the pen name Shikai Towano. Basically, basically, what was the name of the anime though? Sorry, I just got Oh, so they make Hajime no Gal. Ri Hamataro, it was a good one. Or Hamataro was actually a good series. I haven't seen this one though. Anyways, they don't have that many series on their belt. I'm a little surprised about that. Anyways, this one is kind of like Eromanga Sensei. That's what the one I'm looking for. Except because the brother is not the guy who's creating the novels, is the sister, and the sister is not the one who's making the art. Instead of making the art, is possibly someone else. So yeah, and this one is kind of like I'm getting Eromanga vibes out of this. I don't think it's being made by Samasa as Eromanga. No, I can't believe my sister is this Caved, I believe that's the title. I haven't read any of those. Anyways, there's another strong belief of 12 episodes, at least in my opinion. The story follows Sid, a boy who seeks to become a great magician. Oh, sorry, Radiant, who becomes a great magician of witches, who seeks to travel to the Radiant. Radiant's a mythical land that spawns a monster called Nemesis, which falls to the world from the sky while traveling. They are also haunted by the Inquisition. I don't know why, but reading Inquisition brought my brain to the Spanish era. From what I've heard about this story is that Radiant is being made by a French guy, I believe, and it's possibly one of the few, if not the first, manga created by a non-Japanese manga artist or creator. Sorry about that. I just kind of want to check how I've been streaming though. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad story, or how does I'm losing it. Anyways, the story said a boy who seeks to become a great magician and oh yeah, I read that. Sorry, it's like 12:40 in the morning and in the night, and I haven't slept though, so yeah, my brain's all over the place. Anyways, um, leadership. To be honest, I got a brain for it. Uh, so yeah, that was the Spanish Inquisition thing. This is the first French manga that's been introduced as into the anime. So I think it's kind of like a huge step into the anime world. Yeah. Oh, so they're doing this too. Oh, they did that one. So they have really good history. Anyways, so I'm kind of excited to see how they develop this story and how basically it's going to turn out to be. Because I mean, it's possibly the first non-Japanese manga that has been created into anime. I could be mistaken about that. So yeah. Anyways, point being, I'm kind of excited for this one. Uh, it's going to be 21 episodes. Hopefully, the last 3 episodes are not going to be separated from the main show, and it's going to be broadcasted later on. Anyways, Ulysses joined the arc to Renkin no Kishi. The novel series story takes place in 15th century France during the Hundred Years' War with England. Montmorency, the son of a novel, immerses himself in the story of magic and alchemy at school for knights. However, after France's defeat Agincourt, the school is disbanded, and Montmorency is forced to flee. While on the run, he meets a miraculous village girl named Jean. Jen. I don't know why I'm getting Van Helsing vibes out of this one. I don't know. Well, basically Van Helsing based on how the protagonist is dressed, but also I'm getting some freezing based on this character. I haven't read freezing, seen the anime, but at least the girl reminds me to the cover girl. Anyways, 50th Century Friends during the yeah, this is gonna be a fantasy though. I'm kind of excited for this one. Well, I'm not really excited, but I'm interested. It pick my pick though. It picked my interest. I'm not making sense anymore. I feel bad. Oh, so this one's going to be the fifth story into this. Then I assume it has been a new established studio. Oh. So yeah, this one's kind of interesting, at least in my opinion. Doesn't really say how many episodes, but I believe it can be 24. I don't know, based on the story, it could possibly be 24. And now that I think about it, in a way, it kind of reminds me to uh, Zero, the Gromire Zero, Gromire Zero. I think that was the name. So yeah, I mean, main protagonist is helping the female protagonist or female co-protagonist to do something to survive or something. Well, it's pretty much it. Kind of gives me the same vibe, at least in my opinion. Anyways, Golden Kamui. The second season of Golden Kamui. To be honest, I love the heck out of the series. I say I need to finish it, but it's super super good, hands down. 8% would recommend to read this. Just read it. I mean, watch it. It's super good. And since it's a manga, it's also why not read it. Anyways, continuing. Surene Kasemai Koko Kyudo Bu. Minato play. Oh, this one. Well, sorry. Golden Kamuy is possibly going to be 12 episodes, like same as the first season. At least in my opinion, it's going to be the same thing, the same amount of episodes. Anyways, continuing. Minato played Japanese archery in middle school, but after a certain incident, he ran away from the sport. In high school, Minato meet new friends and together as part of the school archery club, they aim to win the perfectional tournament. To be honest, when I've heard about when I've heard about this one, because sometimes I jump into anime news network and find like interesting articles that I like or dislike. Anyways, this one kind of got me hype about it because archery is something that I've seen in movies like The Hunger Games and I don't know what other movies, but there has been like movies and stuff like that, games, anime, mangas, comics. I mean, you have what's his name? Green Arrow. Um, you have Green Arrow. I want to say Black Panther, but that's not the guy. Um, Hawkeye. There's the male version, the female version of Hawkeye. There's Red Arrow. There's a bunch of Arrow. Yeah, basically like both main characters you suppose, and you don't really see that as in a sport specific. It's normally based on combat action, fighting villains or demonic entities or zombies. And I feel like this may be a really good like spoken kind of anime. At least on that spoken perspective, because I mean, if I'm mistaken, there has been some isekais anime mangas that I've read, where the main protagonist is basically fighting demons, if you want to call it demons, or demi-humans to be more exact. Anyways, release the spies, and I forgot to give that how many episodes I assume it's going to be. Um, Kasama possibly going to have 12 episodes based since it's Kira Animations. I could be mistaken on that, but I believe it's only going to be 12 episodes. Anyways, moving on. The anime begins with a long high school girl named Momo attending a high school in a high school in the city of Sorasaki Unbenost. To everyone, Momo is an agent who works for the private intelligence agency Tsuki Kage that protects the city and its people under the tutelage of her senior Yuki and her other friends. They keep the peace in the city. The story will eventually focus on six high school girls. It's an original series, possibly going to be 12 episodes. To be, I don't know. Like I'm kind of biased on this one. Like I want this going to be interesting, but sometimes I don't really think it's going to be interesting. Like I like the concept of it, but at the same time, I feel like it's going to be quite dull on how the development of the story is going to be. Because I mean, technically, that main idea of the story is already established. But the problem, at least the problem that I personally see, is how they're going to develop the story or how they're going to develop the characters. Because if they aren't starting on the beginning point of the private intelligence agency, or at least when they join, it's going to be not really interesting. It's going to be interesting when they fight the enemies, but it's not really going to be interesting how they develop. Let's say the let's say Momo, for example, or how she's going to be basically develop herself. I could be just making a bad assumption, which I'm hoping for, but I just like I don't know. I just okay. I'm just gonna say this. I going to judge it after the series starts. If I was right, then yeah, it just look like a pretty anime with a really dull story. I could be mistaken, which I'm hoping to be mistaken. Anyways, um, rewrite the Kokukoe no de Ride Derrida Greek toys. The year is 2015. A young engineer named Derrida Yabin becomes famous thanks to his contribution to the development of the autonomous machine DC. Revealed the manufacturing company founded by his father. One day, Derrida and his colleagues Nathan discovers a flaw in the DC and try to warn their boss, but are ignored. Also, Derrida and Nathan are aware of the danger. They reluctantly decide to put off taking any measures and instead go to the unknown. Oh wait, and instead go to Nathan's daughter Mai's birthday party. The next day, after enjoying a peaceful day, Derrida and Nathan are suddenly attacked by unknown forces. At the end of the escape, Derrida falls into a cold sleep machine, and 10 years later, he wakes up to a devastated world in the middle of a war, while Derrida is attacked by a group of out of control DCs, while almost gives up after he recalls Nathan's last word: "Take care of Mage." Despite of harsh fate that has fallen upon him, Derrida sets off to says off the second mage. I don't know. This one's an original. It's going on October. I don't really want to say it's something that I'm kind of high for, but at the same time I'm not. I mean, the story is kind of interesting. Beyond this time, we reunite the story of a journey for hope. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I technically didn't read this part because I said it was over. Sorry about that. Um. Anyways, I'm kind of biased on this one. I think it's going to be the same thing as Release of Spies, but I don't think the story is going to be that dull comparing to Release of Spies. It may be more interesting than the Release of Spies. Could be mistaken, but yeah, I'm just going to wait and see what happens. But I'm probably going to be looking forward to this one. Ingress. Funny thing, this one came from a mobile game that is basically being developed or was developed by the same developers as Pokemon Go. And I knew about the game before the anime was announced because my uncle played this game. So I find that a bit funny. Anyways, this world around you is not what it seems. Our future is at stake, and you must choose a side. A mysterious energy has been unearthed by a team of scientists in Europe. The origin and purpose of this force is unknown, but some researchers believe it is influencing the way we think. We must control it, or it will control us. The enlightened seek to embrace the power that this energy must bestow upon us. The resistance chose to defend and protect what's left in our humanity. To be honest, this one's going to be one of those that I'm definitely planning to read or watch, mainly because I'm super curious on how to develop a mobile game that doesn't realistically have a story in it, or like other like line novels or games that are being developed. For example, this one, Gyakuten Slimebone sounds basically Phoenix Wright, I believe that's the name of it. Has a story and has multiple reboots or different stories that has been told. Same thing as Conception. I personally have played the second game and it has an interesting plot, but I'm kind of interested on this one. It could also be they're taking an original approach, kind of like Akiba Strip, for example. That one basically, I believe I took an original approach from the original two games, which I personally enjoyed the heck out of it. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait. And most likely I believe this one's going to be 12 episodes. I don't really want to set it up too high. Unlike this one, I think I said this one's going to be 12, which I'm mistaken, possibly 24 based on just an assumption of 24. Anyways, the second season of Gyakuten Saivan Sono Shinjitsu Ikiri Airi, which is basically the second season, which I believe possibly 12, I don't know 12 episodes, 24. I could be mistaken on those two. Could possibly run for longer. But I'm just gonna say let's wait and see. Double Decker Dog and Kirill. The cities of Lisbajate, two suns rise above this city, and the people here live peaceful lives. But in the shadow crime, illegal drug run rampant. Among them is the dangerous, highly lethal drug Ansem, which casts a dark shadow over the city. The 7-0 Special Crime Investigation Unit specializes in cracking down on Ansem. This unit operates in two-man body team. in what's called the double-decker system. To tackle the problem, Doug Billingham is a seasoned investigator, and joining him is Kirill B. Rubel, whose abilities are mysterious and unknown. The first episode? The first episode was streamed online through Bandai Channel on Crunchyroll on September 3rd, 2018. Oh, so the first episode is already out. Oh, funny. To be honest, I could be mistaken, and hopefully I'm not. But I've heard that I think it's the same studio. Sunrise was the episode 100 2019. Funny. Um, if I'm not mistaken, Sunrise was the one who created what's the name of the anime? Puzzle God's Puzzle. It came like around 2014, 2012. Kami-sama Puzzle, I believe. Yeah, Fear Brain. That's what I was looking for. They basically made a poll in which basically they asked the fans which anime they wanted to see, like a reboot series or a continuation of the anime. Uh, Fear Brain was one of the highest, but also the one who basically won was Tiger and Bunny, which I'm not surprised. It was kind of interesting because I didn't knew they were made by the same company. Like, I love Fear Brain. If they get another season, it will be fantastic for me. Anyways, so I believe this is the spin-off series for Tiger and Bunny. I could be mistaken on this one, since it's an original, and Tiger and Bunny, I believe, is also an original series. Um, just checking. Anyways, I believe this one is going to be 12 episodes. Because no, 24. Tiger and Bunny was 24, and possibly most of the animes they have released has been roughly 24 episodes. I could be mistaken. Anyways, the next one. Ushi no Maid ga Usasugiru. I don't know what's up there. The manga centers on Misha, a little girl who lost her mother at an early age and now lives with her father. Her father employs a maid named Tsubame, who was a former special defense force official and is also a lolicon. Well, that's quite quickly. It's a comedy slice of life. I don't know. I don't know what to say, to be honest, about this one. Like, I feel like kind of empty. Like, I can't really think of anything on about the story or how the story is going to develop or have an idea about it. Since it's a comedy, comedies can be at least somewhat unpredictable. Somewhat, because I mean, you're gonna have an idea on what's going on with it. So yeah. Oh, I think I just I feel like I'm just going overboard, saying the ones I plan to watch, the ones I'm not really planning to watch. I just going overboard. So yeah, this one I don't think I'm gonna be watching this one. Anyways, Tonari no Kyuketsuki. Due to a strange incident, Akari is rescued by a vampire girl named Sophie Twilight, and Akari becomes interested in her. Comedy slice of life. My brain is screaming Yuri on this one. I could be mistaken, but it's more like into a moe stuff, and I don't think moe really gives or use any is used on like Yuri or Yaoi. So I don't know. Possibly going to be 12 episodes. I don't think I'm going to watch this one. I don't know. It just doesn't really pique my interest. Oh, I gotta catch up. It's already an hour, almost an hour. Conception 2. Conception. The story of the game revolves around Isuke Yuge, a high school student who finds out the day of his graduation ceremony that his cousin and childhood friend Miharu is pregnant. Immediately afterwards, Isuke and Miharu are taken to a magical world called Gramambania, which is currently being invaded by monsters. Only people who can fight and exercise the monsters are the Sarashans and blah blah. So Shaimen returns to war. Isuke father. To be honest, this one I don't have high expectations after reading the description. Like I have played the second game, I haven't played the first game, or have an idea how the story develops out. But this one is basically making it as an isekai more than places that is already established. It could possibly be that they are going as part of the first game, which I haven't played, which possibly the story is like that. If it is cool, if it's not, then what? Why? I'm just gonna wait and see how the story develops. If it's worth it, then I'll keep watching. If not, then no. Anyways, possibly 12 episodes. Like I'm just going to give us something that's going to be 12 episodes. If not, then eh. Hinomaru Hinomaru Sumo. It is a divine ritual and martial art a combat sport is a sumo. A small new student Ushio Hinomaru appears before the weak little sumo club of Odachi High School that were big and heavy are the rules of the sport, which does not fit this newbie an inch, but this guy goes and does what? Ushio and the small sumo climbs its way to the top. The goal of Hinoshita Kaisen, a title of the highest rank, a professional sumo equivalent of Yokozuna, a fire-up high school sumo tales never takes all out. I'm basically going to watch this one. I don't know why, but it kind of intrigue my sports interest. And to be honest, I'm not really into sports. At least anime sports. It's not really like something like I normally pick into. Anyways, the story fish disappeared from the sea around the world and all it was living in the ocean. The myth set by giant experimental universe of blah blah. Extreme employment, love for men and women, 6 new females. I kind of would say I want to watch this one because it's this one's out of a video game. I don't know. Team is entertainment. Possibly 12 episodes. I'm just going to cut off the 12 episodes, 24 episodes, because I mean it's just a big assumption to make us 12 episodes. It's going to be good. Possibly, if it's not going to be good, I don't know. I mean, the story seems kind of interesting, an experimental sealant. I mean, it kind of reminds me to a manga that I've been reading, but except on that manga are basically goldfish, and those goldfish are men eating flesh. So yeah, that's fun. Anyways, so I may give it a go. Possible Joe no Okini Mesu Mama. Midlands, his dream job with the Demon King, he's always held in a way, but when his tenure begins, he turns out to be the Demon King. Isn't quite what he expected. Uh, it's a maybe. Possibly. Okay, so basically this. Just to cut everything short. uh, this one was okay. Let's put this maybe. I'm kind of curious. Curious. Yeah. Yes. Maybe. Maybe. Yes. 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 I used to cover up on that one. Maybe. Yes. Yes. I haven't seen the first season, so yes. Maybe. Not really. Yes. Yes. Maybe. Maybe. This current manga story centers on a skeleton named Honda who works in a bookstore. So the shop a manga counter. Gaikatsu. Maybe. In what now? The protagonist Masaru Karakuri Circus. The protagonist Masaru has just inherited a big fortune after the death of his father. I believe I have read the manga for this one. I don't know. It's basically a lot of puppets. That's how the fight technically is going to be through 6 episodes, and possibly around roughly 5 minutes. If it's the manga that I think it is. Um, so yeah, I'm planning to give it a go on this one. How to just for the admit that he's not an opener for them. He's them will be captured. Okay, I'm joking. I mean, it's not like a strong yes for this one, but it's kind of like a more lean to yes. And Miguel, the story follows Kohane Hayato, a first year high school student who is a bit clumsy, scared of heights, but who has a very bubbly, outgoing personality. Kohane decides to join the cheerleading club to try to make up friends and overcome her weakness. To be honest, the main and basically main reason why I'm wanting to watch this one is mainly because Danshi Boys, which is basically like cheerleading boys, and I believe this one is like the second anime that involves specifically about cheerleading. So yeah, if it's like a mixed group, okay, no problem. I have no complaints about that. I just want to see more cheerleading, at least in my opinion. Anyways, Kasugatsu Yoku Foiteru. The series is centered on the Tokyo Hakano round trip college. Marathon rally race in Japan. The race is held every year in January 2nd to 3rd on coast between Tokyo and Hakano and back for a total run of 3217.9 kilometers, about 105.4 miles. Yes. Like there's a few ones that like base sports with has actually commentaries on it. Funny enough. Um, 23 episodes. I'm kind of hyped for this one. Dakare, Dakare, Dakare Tai Otoko wa ai ni odosarete imasu. Has it regained the idol industry most this one's basically going to be Joey for sure. Um, not really my type of my taste in genre. I mean, if it turns out to be good, then I'm definitely going to watch it. But I'm basically leaning to no, mainly because I'm not really interested on acting. I mean, I'm basically a film major, but this one doesn't really like, pique my interest at all. Anyways, continuing. Gakuen Basara, Brain Space. The school battle comedy parody reimagining the Warriors State era Warriors of Capcom action game franchise as rival students in modern high school. They blah blah. I haven't seen like the original series. If this story is good, then yeah, I may watch it. If I first three episodes and I like everything, cool. If I didn't, then no. I haven't seen any Senran Kagura, and I don't know how long the series is. I'm not planning to like search how long the series is, so let's just leave it like that. Based on Square Enix, a method multiplayer online role-playing game, Hangyaku Say Millions of Arthur. I think this is going to be like one of those gacha games, or gacha, I believe that's how I pronounce gacha, which basically you put a lot of money on it, and these basically give you like a different characters that may look the same, but have different abilities. Yeah, maybe. I don't think I want to say no to that one. I can also show you. Groups of girls living in a small city gathering to enact a ritual. Their crystal. Shiri Asuka's brought this group together with her friends from school. The ritual was merely an urban legend, but even what certain playing becomes much more sci-fi. This could possibly be a horror. Like I feel like watching a horror list. Some if this involves horror and it's good, then I'm definitely planning to watch it. If not, then what else? But I feel like at least watching like something that involves horror and it's not just vaguely comedy. Like, for example, that one's just basically pure comedy. Anyways, the fantasy strategy role-playing game is set in a world where humans and monsters coexist. In the main story, a boy appears, Yuyutsushi, with the power of heal those who clash, embarks on a journey to restore the memories of his friends Merc and girl trapped in a bottle. Merc story, Muki Ryukyu no Shanen to be no Manaka no Shoyo. So maybe, I don't really want to ramble a lot about this one. Because I mean, I still have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, and I've been over an hour, and I just want to be done with this. um, Maybe because I'm running out of bread specifically. uh, Anyways, uh, so yeah, I think possibly next time I'm going to be just come to the website, check which ones I want to see, and which is maybe, and just skip the ones I don't want to read. That should be more helpful and less time consuming though. Just as maybe this one doesn't have anything in it. Zombieland Saga. I mean, zombies, horror. I mean, supernatural. Don't really have anything else to get expectations on that one. In the original game story, the heroine Kyoto for sightseeing, which she received a mysterious pocket watch from a man. The heroine wears the watch, flies through a town shrine Torii Gate, and she's disappointed to an Bakumatsu era under 50 years ago during the final years of the Edo period. The heroine must then try to find a way back home to the present. It's maybe I'm kind of interested on it. At least on like the feudal era. Anyways, Bakumatsu, a poor but talented high school boy. I'm sorry, I haven't seen the first season for Sultan again Regenesis. So yeah, a poor but talented high school boy named Hulai, whose name is pronounced who very similar to the term for fox in Chinese. He's a ghost singer songwriter for the popular narcissistic boy idol Kong Ke, pronounced very similar to Peacock in Chinese, who is very handsome but embarrassing. He always wears a fox mask to hide his large facial scar caused by a traffic accident. He also used the screen name Mr. Fox and published his music online. To be honest, I'm kind of interested on this one. I'm possibly going to jump into the manga. Where's my list? Anyways, Thunderbolts. I haven't seen the first season, so now Thunderbolts Fantasy 2. Good as any. 2. I watched the first episode for the first season on this one, and I just like it. It's just I don't know. From what I've seen so far, or from what I've seen from within the first episode, it was just basically money talk. And to be honest, I was expecting like straight up baseball anime that involved legit baseball, kind of like Ace of Diamonds, for example. And this one doesn't really give me that kind of sense of vibe within the first episode. So yeah, the key story of a daily life between a guy and his cowboy roommate. Up, up, maybe. Kira Kira Happy, Hirake Kokotama, this new protagonist named Haruka Heisho Naga. The Kokotama got born from her previous raven. It looks cute. I might give it a go. I mean, it looks cute. The art looks cute, to be honest. It's like a moe, like a strong moe vibe. Bar Hunter. Daniel was entering an elementary school student who loves to fish. One day, a parcel named Potepen appears from the cargo bag with the chips started. No, it's not really commentation. Inazuma 11 Orion no Kokuin. To be honest, I've never seen any Inazuma 11 episodes or shows, so I personally don't really know. But something in a team made up a successive generation, so represents state team with his teams. Nah, still no. I didn't watch the first season or anything involved with the series. Adaptations of Human Soul role-playing game franchise Ken and Katie Owaki Kagayaki. And maybe I basically at some time I'm reading the manga. It's probably going to wait until like it has more episodes so I can jump into the anime. This one I just stopped watching it, so I need to hop back into this one. This one I'm not really watching it, but that feels quite good, so I may go into that. Watching this, Afterback is quite good, so I'm just gonna give it a maybe. I don't know what this was about. That's my hentai. Holding back, words back. Sorry, I don't know. It's just the fact within like the first this just I don't know. It just jumped into my brain. Anyways, oh, Penguin just 82. Haven't seen Penguin. Uh, I don't know what. I don't know. It sounds manga follows. Oh. Come to the house, like when the enemy says, and if I girls and one call anyway. Wait. Yeah. The second season of I don't know, I haven't seen the first season. Didn't really call my attention. The four-panel manga follows a 16-year-old man in high school, student named Tomari, who marries a mysterious and fluffy life form. Cross species. I'm joking. The anime will take place. Fukuoka will follow the love life for Sono Toki Kanaji. Maybe. I'm not really into ramen, so. Oh, this is the one I was saying that reminds me of hentai. I don't rate this. I'm not a big fan of idols anime. Who goes to anime event has voice acting? Tons of voice acting. He means like Chicago. Academy. This is for the trails. Oh, sounds interesting. The second is of Saga Gambaru. Guess maybe. The services in the castle. Nah. Movies. I don't. I don't. I haven't seen the Monogatari series. And I'm not a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. My friend might like that. Um, I need to get back to Eureka 7. It's actually good. This one, of course, to get before the first Eureka 7. The anime franchise has hinted at by never. The films will begin. We'll then have the same basic story for the first Eureka 7 series. We'll have an original ending. The trilogy will have a completely re-recorded lines redone for each. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen K. No. No. Oh, and I need to see the second movie for this one. Um, I don't even know. I gotta send go to the movie. Go to the. I was gonna say go to the movies. Forget. Anyways, the film was involved in the history between planets for Clan Committee. Uh, I'm not really a fan of magical girls genre. The year of plot this book so well supplemented by the relations of the original character for the Universal Century, which acknowledged the existence of any types and their rights and war remains. I'm trying to get into this franchise, but there's a lot that I can't really keep up with. Kaiju Girl Kudo. Not really. I don't know if it's going to be the first movie or if it's going to be based on out of a series. Possibly. I need to research this now. Monster Strike the movie. I've never seen any Monster Strike series. Peacemaker Kurigami Yume. I think this is out of a series, but I don't know. I need to search that out because I mean it looks interesting. Procure Daddy what procures? Nah. That feels memories of well feature 50 procure the above. Procure the franchise man. Nah. What beautiful car responsible with two attractive me. Amuji meets the sad effort of the beautiful cherry blossom gold blossom bloom after a millennium. Why not? The sequel of the lives in Reservoir Zero, the first of the trilogy, the members of the Team Future, now in college, found themselves in another conflict against an alien reptilians. On top of that, they know how to deal with the weak aliens the hard when Tyler falls into the hearth trap and disappears. Ray goes to Earth to take past to find him. In the past, the god of Earth, Alpha, is planning the creation of a new civilization, inviting the reptilians led by Emperor Sembra. You know what? I'm gonna go. Yokai Watch, whatever, friends. I don't watch Yokai Watch. I want to watch the bundle, the OVA, but I haven't finished the first season. Like I don't know, like it feels too sad for me to keep up. Mm. At least Koi too, so it's too sad for me to keep up. Oh, I finished the anime, so I think it should be fine if I watch the OVA, especially including the Universal Plan. Yu Yu Hakusho special. I haven't seen any Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, it's a classic, but I haven't seen any. No idol stuff. Not my thing. Uh, Second is of Woshi Young. I don't know this. I feel like I've seen the anime, but I don't know. I need to find it again and see if I've seen it or not. When the episode includes a bundle, episode title. Oh, I actually been wanting to watch this one. So yeah, the manga's after Master Alliance sexual arc after the defeat of Gemini. Regional same is Sensei by manga, but before the Poseidon arc, however, where it's a real mouthful of a boy named Seiya and other science will fight. Nah, I haven't seen any Sensei series. My friend likes it, but not me. Well, I'm not saying that I hate it, but it's not something I will sit down and watch. Oh, it's a female, huh? I haven't seen this series, so nah. And I believe this is another series I haven't seen, so I feel bad now. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I was supposed to cover. I'm just waiting for winter because winter is possibly the one that I'm most, but not really winter. Oh wait, this is not 2019, huh? I thought it was 2019. I was getting a little bit hype about that. Last shirt. I should have shown that. Whatever. Too late by now. What I'm excited about 2019 next season is this one. Huh? It's a remark. So yeah, there's some really good series that's coming up. The Promised Neverland, Rising of the Shield Hero. Yeah, but this is a whole different thing. That's like later on. But there's well, possibly some series I may be waiting for, but most likely these two are the ones waiting for the most. Well, anyways, I think that should be everything for tonight. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the stream. If not, then it's totally fine. Just give me some thumbs down. Anyways, see ya, and hope you guys have.